What do you think about Steph? Do you think Boston figured him out?
Listen, no. There's no figuring Steph out. Yo, we got the NBA Finals recap. This is after Game 5. We about to talk to y'all, get into it about this series, and let y'all know how we feeling about what's going on in here. Warriors, Celtics, Finals.
Go
Let's
Celtics.
talk. Presented by Visible. Yo, we back live on location here at the crib in Orlando. We at you again, Visible with Verizon. We got them towers connecting us, Black.
Everywhere.
All over the world. Golden State then took the lead 3-2. Black, what you see going on out here?
Man.
Hate to see it,
I
don't
thought my
we?
young fella and them had it going on. But Golden State been showing how they true champs, man. They took over the lead, and they're in a good position going back to Boston.
Could you ever imagine Golden State winning a game where Steph goes 0 for 9 from threes? He hadn't done that in 233 straight games, bro.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one. And I felt that it was even more the one because they came off the loss from Boston.
And they hadn't lost back-to-back games this whole playoffs.
Yes. So I feel like this was the game. But Andrew Wiggins stepped up. What you thought about his performance?
Listen, he's been my X factor the entire series.
You said that.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. I felt like, even without, Jordan Poole and Clay, I feel like Clay has picked it up significantly, but like Jordan Poole still hasn't been who he was the whole playoffs and this whole season. And so I felt like, obviously they're going to depend on Steph, Jordan, and Clay. But when they get that gravy train from Wiggins, that's a whole different element to their team. I think, obviously if he don't have that game last night, there's no way they win. Because 26-13, and then 17-16 the game before that, like, that kid is balling. Like, if it wasn't for Steph averaging 30, he would be getting whispers for an MVP winner if they win the series and stuff.
What he has been doing all series is rebounding. That's one thing he's definitely been doing. He's been getting a lot of offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. He's definitely been doing that. For him to score last night and show that was just even more amazing, and at the time that they really needed.
How nervous are you now with the series heading back to Boston with the Warriors up 3-2? And we all know we hear the rumors, you hear the chirps. You don't want to see Clay Game 6 Clay show up, man. That's
the one I don't want to see.
He like Michael Myers just walking.
This is his game. Like that's who I'm worried about for real. Like Game 6 Clay. That's what's haunting me every night till Game 6. But I think the young fellas, they're gonna come out and get it. I think they're gonna have a good game plan, and they definitely need to get this one because if you can get to Game 7, anything can happen.
I've been saying the whole time I thought it was going 7 games. I thought it would have went the way it went right now, where it's 3-2 and then it's going back. It's gonna be 3-3, and then like you say, you don't know what the hell about to happen.
Yeah, I just felt they really could control the series. I was expecting them to go back to Game 5 up 3-1. And I feel like, man, what Steph did that just crazy night he did in game 4, man, just set the tone for Game 5, and they came out. And I feel like people, we're not talking about him no more, but I feel like his imprint on the first half of this series is coasting them into a position where they leading the series now, and that's with Draymond. What he did in the first half of the series, it led to this. I feel like he don't need to do it no more now, and he hasn't. He's just out there playing. You don't really see as much as this, but he's into it. I even liked how he walked down with Jason Tatum all the way down the sideline. No, I ain't gonna touch him or nothing like that, but just just to keep the energy there.
Yeah,
and I felt
keep the
that.
antennas up.
Yeah.
Draymond, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, this is the thing that I don't understand. Everybody was trying to, highlight the scoring or lack thereof. It's like Draymond the whole time has not been like a in the teens type scorer or nothing like that. Like, he's done. Obviously, he said it himself he could play better, but I feel like people was like asking for offense that he's never provided in that, to that limit or whatever. The way people was talking about it, for me, I need him to be who he is. You know what I'm saying? Bring the mentality that the team, needs him to have. Be out there, be a dog on defense, rebound, facilitate, do what he do. Just have that energy and that presence. I don't look for him to score 15 points or nothing like that. Like, I look for him to be what he is to the team and to make sure he got his guys right.
Yeah, with the naked eye, the casual fan, they'll look at that and be like, he's not doing nothing. But he's one of them guys that a lot of stuff that he does don't even show up on the stat sheet. And if they didn't have a guy like that on their team right now, like a lot of games would be a lot more harder than what it does. He's guarding Jaylen Brown. He's guarding Jason Tatum. He's guarding a lot of guys, and he's the general. He's facilitating that whole defense, and he's the captain on that ship when it comes to defense, and a lot of people just don't see that. But I see it, and his presence in that first half, he played good. He kind of wiggled a little bit and fouled out the second half, but the first half, he gave him a lot of energy last night.
What do you think the Jays got to do? Jason and Jaylen, what do they got to do in this Game 6 to make sure that the series goes back to the Bay for a Game 7?
Baby J, I think he need to just go all out. Like, just leave it all the way out there. Don't get too complacent in one thing of just trying to score, but be aggressive and be in tune with the game. I la the Game 1. When, it just wasn't falling, but I was still in tune with the game where I came out with 13 assists. And, if it's falling, it's falling. If it ain't, still be in tune with it and don't trick it for your team. And Jaylen Brown, just get back to what he was doing the first half of the first part of the series. Stay aggressive. Stay looking for a shot. Stay in attack mode all the time, and playing hard on defense.
Yeah, I feel like they both got to have good nights. They got to have good scoring nights and low turnover nights. I feel like when they turn the ball, when those two in particular, when they turn the ball over a lot or a high volume like that, that's trouble for them. You know what I'm saying? And when they going into bad drives or whatever, getting up in the air, charges or any of those things, like they got to keep their turnovers low. And then it's the other part, like you said, you having nightmares about Game 6 Clay. Well, what type of nightmares should they be having when Steph went 0 for 9?
Yeah.
And that's not happening again.
Yeah, he gonna shoot about he gonna get up probably about 500 of them up before he even play the game. Before he even play the game Thursday, but I'm definitely looking for him to come back and definitely hit more threes than he did last game. But like I said, again, that's something that he's been doing all series. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got to contain him and make it tough for him. But when the other guys help him get on that, like a Game 6 Clay or Andrew Wiggins a la last night, like it get ugly. But Lil J, he just got to stay aggressive. Their defense got to stay intact. They gotta protect home and give it a chance for themselves.
So this is the one thing that I was at Game 3, and when I say, boy, that Boston crowd was not playing. I was 2 o'clock at the hotel. They already turning up. The game wasn't until 9. 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
They already getting it in. Celtics jerseys all over the streets. Wherever you go, people drinking, they getting ready.
Yeah.
The pregame, when they after all of the warm-ups go on and then the teams come out of the locker room, and we in the locker room, swing your legs, stretching before you run out of the team. In the guard, that when they come out, that comes on the screen. Then the little Lucky Irish music, that come on, bro. The roof almost blew out. It was so that's why I say if they number one goal for Game 6 need to be we got to give our fans something to get hyped about, because when they get loud, it's unusual, boy. Yeah. I'm talking about it is loud. Yeah. And that's why I feel like that Game 3 they came out with that type of pop. And they crowd with so that has to be part of the game. We gotta give them something. I don't care if it's hustling, diving on the floor, whatever it is. It ain't gotta be. Buckets and all that is good, but you gotta give them a chance to get into the game to make them have an impact on it.
Like I said, I definitely feel like they coming full force. They coming up with all the artillery. I feel like they fans, the whole city, everybody gonna really be into that game. But Golden State, they're such a veteran team. They're such a poised team. Will they be able to withhold what they finna bring? Because once they be able to withhold it and bring and then try to make it a close game, that's when everything get tight. The lights get big. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they just go in there and just win them game. I want to see Game 7. I thought they had a chance to kind of get them out of there, and this was going to be the line in game for them and put more pressure on the Warriors. But the Warriors put pressure on them, and this is how the series go. But they've been doing it all playoffs.
You hear the storylines, and one of them is that if they win this and Steph gets the MVP, what does that mean for his legacy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and what does that look like for you when you look at, like, if he win it, this will be another championship, finally get the the MVP of the finals that everybody say he's missing or whatever they want to call it. Like, to you, what does that mean?
Him getting the finals MVP?
Yeah, if they win the championship again and then he gets the finals MVP, does that change how you look at him in any type of way?
No, it don't change how I look at him. I think it's just another trophy on this trophy case. He done did so much and continue to do so much for the game and his organization, his team, his family, that it's not too much more he can really do. I think, like, he got to accomplish something off the court probably for me to, for something to change for me to him. But what he's doing there, I think he's solidified where he's at.
When I listen to all the different things, I'm like, first, man, we got to let the man finish his career.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? First, before we start doing and saying all of this, I feel like he got to finish his career. And who knows what them numbers are going to be when he finally does finish that career. And who knows if he, wins another title or any of those things. I think all of those things, you got to wait until the product is finished. But I feel like right now, I don't know what type of whatever room you supposed to talk about, he there. You know what I'm saying? He in with all of the greats. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got records, he got rings, he got MVPs for the season. He got all. He got gold medals. So, like, I don't know what else he really needs to do. And I mean, everybody gonna say this or that and Magic or this. Like, I mean, I think that's all preference, man. For me, it's unfair to try and compare Steph to Magic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Magic was 6'9", and nobody will never be able to do what Magic did as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Come in as a rookie and win a title and MVP. Like, nah, bro, that
go
ain't
from point guard to center in the game.
Man, that's not happening. So, you know what I'm saying?
Game.
Like, for me, nobody's ever going to pass Magic, not while I'm looking. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, what does that mean? Does that mean Steph ain't still out of this world amazing? Like, nah, he to be in a conversation with these type of people with Magic and the greatest of all time and all of this stuff, like, you solidified yourself there. That people even sitting there arguing and talking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You in the conversation. That's like, and I'm sure in his eyes it's like crazy to him, like, that y'all even talking about me like this. Like, where I came from and what I was doing, I never, you know what I'm saying, imagine nobody ever thought that this would be what we would be talking about with him.
Yeah, Steph is amazing. He definitely top 5 point guards in my book. And, man, just to see his career evolve, I feel like another championship will make me see him a little bit more. Him being the best player on the team, him leading his team to there, what he's accomplished so far. It's like it's not too much he can do, but just to add to his trophy case with me, he's kind of solidified in my book of greats, hands down.
When you look at the Warriors' defense and the way they're able to, make it difficult for the Celtics, what do you see? You the defensive extraordinaire, supposedly. What do you see out there?
It's a whole lot of switching, a whole lot of if guys get beat, they picking up. They running guys off of shots. Every time a guy drive, their hands are in the lane. I feel like it's not nothing really crazy special that they doing. I just feel like their energy and their effort on defense is just everything. They don't got a bunch of great defenders, but they got a few. And with them few, other guys giving their effort is just out there. This is the end of the season. They giving a lot. They in there. A lot of little fouls that you might think is a foul is not really a foul.
Nah, that's what I see. They got the intensity and the, you know what I'm saying, like you say, the energy is up. Like, just like when trying to deny guys off the ball, guys catch the ball, you see Draymond run all up into him and doing, like, sometimes that can, you know what I'm saying, hurry somebody up when they used to catching it and being able to really, get into their position where, like, when you run up in them, that can kind of panic somebody real quick. It kind of, like, speeds you up, and that may cause some of the bad decisions or the turnovers or something like that. But I definitely see that it was a uptick in the whole intensity of it. Like, oh damn, like they running out on them. Like you say, like if they got like them open threes, they running them down, chasing them off, making them hit the other shot, and the other guys is pulling off, peeling off, and running that guy off. So it's like they in sync a lot, and it's like you say, just the whole overall effort is just way up.
How the Warriors play in the third quarter, how they always come out of the third quarter with winning the quarter or whatever. It's hard to afford a bad fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Once you survive a Warriors third quarter and you still in it, you got to play good within that fourth quarter to even have an opportunity to win. And them being shaky on some of them fourth quarters is took them out when they withhold that whole force of what the Warriors do in the third quarter, and they just can't afford that. They got to be more aggressive early in the fourth quarter, go and get a rhythm, and it's about getting buckets and stops.
I feel like these last few games, when you look at the last two games and them winning, and like you say, them fourth quarters, I feel like this is where you've seen the experience and the championship grit that Golden State has, and this is where it's showing up in those quarters where, you know what I'm saying, whether it's turnovers, bad decisions, you know, some tough shots or some bad shots even, you know, contested or just, you know what I'm saying, like that's where you see the championship grit, where you see the extra pass from the Warriors, or you see the, you know, the drive and the kick, or the setup, and it's like in the fourth quarter they not gonna try and. They've been here so many times, they know that I don't have to just go crazy and try and do it on my own. But that's something that Boston, a young team, never been here to the finals and got not one of their players that played any finals games. So it's like this is something that they learn and definitely on the fly and are getting used to.
Yeah. What do you think about Steph? Do you think Boston figured him out? Like a lot of them out of them nine threes, he didn't get none of them wide open threes, or he really wasn't wide open, I don't want to say that, but the looks that he was usually getting, a lot of them was I have to hurry up and push.
Listen, there's no figuring Steph out. He's seen every single type of defense you could throw at him, from like literally triangle and twos, boxing ones, from when they play the rap. Like he's seen everything. You don't figure Steph out. And when somebody's that great of a shooter, he just missed shots, bro. Like, and then that's why I say in your gut, you gotta know, oh, we let one get away. Like he did that and we didn't capitalize. Like that's never going to happen again. That's never going to happen again. I'll go on record and say I don't think that'll ever happen again.
200.
Man, listen, I don't know. It's never gonna happen again where the man just go 0 for 9, bro. Nah, not 9 attempts and he don't make one. No, that's never happened again. Like that, what I'm telling you, bro. As a shooter, you don't know this. As a shooter, he just missed shots, bro. Like that's like, come on, bro. Like when we play, that's like saying Ray Allen or Reggie Miller missed 0 for 9. Like that is not possible, and it won't happen again. And for them to get that win, that's the thing that's gonna be in your mind if they lose this summer. That's gonna all the way to next year. It's gonna be like, we let him go 0 for 9, and we didn't capitalize off that. Yeah. That's a tough pill to swallow.
What do you think about the coaching matchup? Do you think it was good for Kerr to bench Draymond?
I don't really think he benched him though. I feel like I mean I do. I think the coaching matchup has been great. That's been like, you know, a whole little sidebar in its own, just seeing how they making adjustments from game to game and getting their team prepared. But I think what Steve Kerr did in the game when he, you know, I like to say he took him out, not benched him, but you know, took him out and gave a different look. Like that's something that's extremely hard, you know, for a coach. And then, you know, for a guy like Draymond who's got that fiery personality, it was kind of a gamble because you don't know how it's gonna go right there. But to Draymond's, you know, credit, like he was a pro. He sat down, he collected himself. You heard him talk about after the game. Like obviously he didn't want to come out of the game. Obviously he didn't like it, but like, you know, he had to do the right thing, and he stayed locked in. And when he came back into the game, you know, when they played the offensive and defensive, like, which was smart to do at that time because it worked out for him. And, like, to Dre's credit, he stayed in the game. He made some key plays, gave a little scoop pass to Looney for the layup, and, like, he got some rebounds and made some key defensive plays. So I think, you know, that just showed, like, again, you know, like, they've been through so many battles, and, like, maybe if Steve Kerr and Draymond hadn't had the history and been through those battles, maybe that don't happen, or maybe Steve Kerr don't even take him out, or if you do take him out, maybe it don't go as well, and Draymond respond differently. But they got that relationship where they've been here so many times and they've been through them battles that it was all good.
I think this might be the game that he might need to tell Jason to go and step up and really try to take over and really be more and more aggressive, not too much passive. This is the game. This is the last one if they can get another one. So just go out, on your shield. So I think his adjustment there, I think Steve Kerr, he feeling good. I think he just wants his team to be loose and be ready and just put so much pressure on them to be like, man, you got to earn this win to play us in the Game 7.
Oh no, that's I agree with that 100%. If I'm Coach Ime, I'm telling what you call him, Baby J, look, young Ted, get to it. Get to it, like a smart way. Don't obviously don't come out there just going crazy, being reckless. But like we pretty much go as far as you gonna take us. So we need you to put us on our back, put us on your back, and go crazy.
Who is the guy on both teams that you done seen these last 5 games that you just need to play better for both teams?
I'm gonna say Jordan Poole for the Warriors.
Why?
Obviously, because he hasn't. I mean, he's been hit here and there, but I mean, he hadn't been the guy we were seeing and we were thinking was the most improved player, and the guy that was putting up 20s and 30s and going crazy with the threes when whoever was there or not. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't just seen him completely show up. We've seen bits and pieces and little flashes of him, but we hadn't seen him yet. I feel like this whole series is like the real, the real. How he was this season in the playoffs. On the Boston, I'm gonna say Tat. I felt like he hasn't been who he's been the whole season. The first team All NBAer and like that monster scoring through. I feel like this is. I mean, he said as much. I think he's this has been a difficult series for him in a little bit.
I definitely agree with you with Jordan Poole. I feel like Jordan Poole. Most improved player, a lot of guys felt that he should have got that, and I don't feel like this specific series he wasn't bringing that to the table. I feel like his rhythm been kind of off. He didn't hit 2 buzzer beaters.
Did that.
They gave a lot of energy, but I feel like just he ain't really fought the rhythm all game, and it's been 5 games and he still haven't caught one of the rhythm, which that still is scary.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like he need to bring some more to their team to help their team go and finish this out. And on Boston, Marcus Smart. I just need him to just make better decisions, take more quality and better shots. And I feel like if he make this better decisions, limit his turnovers, and take more quality and better shots, and try to facilitate a little bit more instead of score, I feel like he'll be way more better in this situation. How you feel guys are mentally thinking about this Game 6 and going to this Game 6? Both teams. Tell me how you think they are feeling.
Man, especially with the Warriors, these guys have been here before they champions, and you've heard them talk about how elimination games are tough. So I mean, I think for them, they going in with the put them away mentality. They want to end this thing as quickly as possible, and obviously you don't want to go to a Game 7 if you don't have to. And I think, they preparing themselves mentally to go try and close the series out and win the championship. And obviously, with the Celtics, man, they gotta have that, our back is against the wall, do or die mentality. Like it's literally win or go home right now. And that's a situation. They gotta have that type of sense of urgency when they come out. And the best part about it for them is that they on their home court. They got their home fans, and they get a chance to do it in their own house. And so they should get some confidence, some support from that. But it's definitely got to be that back against the wall, win or go home mentality, because that's their reality.
Yeah, Boston, I feel like Ime got in their ass.
Oh, no.
I feel like he really got in their ass Game 5 about a whole lot of worry about the refs.
Like Taylor said, I don't know if y'all noticed, but he be cursing us out a lot.
Yeah, like worried about the refs and just, just not being really focused and locked in on the game, because I feel like they wasn't like that in Game 5. So I feel like they're going to be anxious and prepared. I feel like if they could play tomorrow, they would play tomorrow, ready to go tomorrow. And Golden State, I feel like they just got a lot of confidence and just looseness within themselves. I feel like that flight over there looses. It's like, yeah, let's go and handle this right now and get them on out the way with a very high confidence.
it.